What God cannot do does not exist. I want to thank God for my son. God has been so faithful to my family and I, but this testimony is something amazing. On the second day of fasting on Tuesday, 10th of January, I was in church. I remember when Papa was declaring, when our mantle was on our head, he broke during the declaration. He said, I don't know why God is putting this in my heart. That evil emergency that wants to happen between 12 noon and 3 p.m. of Nigerian time the following day will not happen. You will not receive that evil report. And within my spirit, I don't know why my spirit was so worried. I received that prayer. And for the first time after service that day, I came to the altar and I climbed and I kept declaring that same word. I don't know why. The next day, I woke up, I went to work. I went back to my phone. I saw several missed calls from my husband. I called him back. I'm like, why are you calling me by this time? I heard my husband crying on the phone. He said, I have been calling you. Where are you? Your son is entering ICU. Children of God. I called my driver. I said, come to the office and pick me. I ran to the church. While waiting for my driver, I went to the fellowship in my office. I was praying. When my driver came, I ran to the church. I was praying on this altar. I was telling God, was it not you that said that word, that evil emergency, that evil report between 12 noon and 3 p.m. of Nigerian time that day will not happen? I prayed. Then they said they want to clean the altar. I went down. I was sitting down on the floor in the church day from about 10 p.m., 10 a.m., till about 5 p.m. that day, praying and crying. And I want to thank God for those sisters. I don't know them. They were in the church here. They came and sat down there with me. And some brothers, they were praying with my son's picture. They were declaring, we were praying mercy prayer of that morning. But I had faith that God is not going to let it happen, that the devil came too late. That evening, I told my husband, keep playing mercy prayer by his bedside. Keep praying. I don't want to hear all the bad news. Just keep praying. I kept praying and having faith, even if I was crying, because I've never seen anything like that or heard anything like that in my life. I left. By the time I got to my stop, I left that day to the U.S. By the time I got to my stop in Paris, I joined NSPPD of that morning, of that 11th. And Pastor Jerry said that your loved one in the hospital will not die. God already went ahead of that situation. He said, people will not gather to tell you sorry. I said, God, this is the confirmation I wanted. Because all throughout the flight, I could not sleep. I was praying throughout. I told God, I have gotten my confirmation. At this time, my husband's number was not going through. By the time he called me, when we were about to board to US, I told him, have already gotten the confirmation. Nothing will happen to our son. You would imagine, how can malaria cause multi-organ failure in a boy? How can malaria cause sepsis? The heart was gone. The kidney was not pumping. The kidney was gone. The liver was gone. The lungs were all wiped out. He was put on life support. Oh, but God in heaven was faithful to my family. He did not allow that evil emergency. He did not allow that evil report to happen in my family. Oh, I want to give God the glory. Because by the time I got to America, I told God, just allow me to go see my son alive. Because I know nothing is going to happen to him. By the time I got there, my husband was still playing the mercy prayer by his bedside. I told God, I joined the 5:30 breaking fast in Nigerian time. And Pastor Jerry declared 48 hours miracle. Oh, my husband, we were praying with the 48 hours miracle. We took the word. They said, God sent the word, and they were made whole. We took that 48 hours miracle declaration. We were declaring, promise, you are restored in 48 hours. Your kidney is restored. Your heart is restored. The only thing that God used to keep this boy alive was the fact that his brain was not dead. When the doctor told us, we told him, we asked the doctor, how is this going to look? How long is this going to take? The doctor said, do you people know what is called multi-organ failure? We said we don't understand. They said it will take weeks and months. We have done our part. Let his body do his part. Oh, we prayed 48 hours miracle. In a cardiovascular ICU, they don't allow you sleep there. But we declared this word when we left. 48 hours miracle. Children of God, by the time we got to the hospital the next day, by the time we got there,
give the Lord a mighty shout. Is it working?
By the time we got there, the nurse, we said, what is going on? The nurses said, come and look at it. Look at the lungs, how it was yesterday. Look at the lungs today. The lungs is back 35%. It was 0%. Oh, we said, God, we know that you are going to do it in 48 hours. Before 12 noon, the doctor came and said, the heart is beginning to pump, but it's still weak. We said, it is going to pump fully. Yes. We declared, we kept working on the 48 hours miracle. Oh, that day of breaking fast, the next day, Pastor Jerry declared, your calendar will not be altered. I said, my son, your calendar will not be altered. Right. God punished the devil. Because my husband already called the school and said they should drop him, that he's not coming back. Oh, God, thank you. Because his calendar was not altered. Within 48 hours, the next following day, we came back. They said the heart, the numbers were best. Oxygen level was 100. Everything was back. Everything was back. The kidney began to produce urine. The lungs begin to work. The lungs was back 100%. This is 48 hours. So we could not believe it. Even the doctors, when they had us playing NSPPD in the hospital, Houston Methodist Hospital, downtown Houston, they told us, we've not seen this kind of miracle before. This kind of restoration. They now told us, by tomorrow, which is Sunday, we might be able to take out the life support, the ECMO machine that was supporting his heart. Do you know, while we were on our way to the hospital, they called us, where are you? We want to take out the life support. Because everything is working. Hey. This is a boy that their heart was not pumping. They said they're going to put a chaplain or something inside the heart to know why the heart is totally gone. But when God started the 48 hours miracle, the doctors came and said, I told my husband, if there is God, if God gave that word, they will not put that thing in this boy's heart. Hallelujah. This boy has suffered already enough. You know, by the time the doctor said, the progress is amazing. We cannot take him for any other surgery. Who is like our God? God said, how will you shout? Pastor Jerry said, how will you shout? On Sunday, when the ECMO machine, the life support was taken out, they told us that we will begin to wake him up because the brain might be dead if they keep alive, since all the organs are back miraculously. So we will begin to take out medicines that he might wake up Monday or Tuesday. Children of God, you know what God did to shock the doctors and the nurses? In 5 minutes.
No way! Hey! 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 You're not celebrating like I like it. Streams of joy, Abuja. Can you see what the Lord has done in 5 minutes? 5 minutes. Hey!
In 5 minutes, he opened his eyes. And he said, it was looking like a dream. He said, where am I? The doctors could not believe it. I've seen a video. They all came and said, what is going on? He woke up miraculously. And he even talked. And he even said, I am hungry. And The ventilator that was in his mouth, the oxygen support, he was chewing it. And the doctors came and said, this boy is back. Lose him. Remove everything.
Lose him and let him. This can only be God. It can only be God. What our God cannot do it.
So, our son woke up, and all the doctors, when he was moved from ICU to recovery, they told him, you came in few days ago. The people you met weeks ago are still there. Months ago are still there. They told him, this is not doctor. This is not nurses. This is white doctors. I'm not talking about Nigerian doctors. This is white doctors. They told him, this is not us. We only did what we're supposed to do. This is a miracle. Yes. They said you should be named a miracle child. They told him with their mouth, God have a purpose in your life. Even we did not know that a nurse went and told him, while we were not there, that you died for 30 minutes. My son came and told me, we went by, he said, you people have refused to tell me what happened. They said I died for 30 minutes. I said, it's God that kept you for us. What God cannot do does not exist. This God has made this boy to go back to school. The devil has been shamed. This boy has been restored. Divine restoration. Even when I told my people in my office that my boy is out of ICU, you know how humans think, that low mentality. They thought I was lying to escape work. They did not understand that it's God that restored this boy quickly. Because even when the doctors told us it's going to take months, I said, will I be in the hospital for months? God, it is not your will. We declared 48 hours miracle with my husband. And God did it. God did it. God did it. How will you scream? Hallelujah. Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah. Shout. 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 Give the Lord a mighty shout.